Hey, vinyl community, Curtis Young here with Young LP Lovers coming on for a contest entry today. Excuse the poor lighting. I didn't want to get everything else set up. So, in any case, it's a contest for Northern Vinyl Guy. Yeah, he's celebrating I think it's a year in the VC, and he's got a little contest going. Got a couple prizes. You can either take some random CDs, or Daryl's going to jump in a snowbank. Yeah, so Daryl and I have a few things in common. Great channel, by the way, Daryl. He's an educator, like myself, and like myself, neither of us live within that minority, or we both live within that minority of Canadians who live more than, 200 kilometers, something like that, 150 miles from the American border, right? Unlike Daryl, though, Daryl's way up north, northern Ontario, where I'm in Nova Scotia, which is one of the more southern areas in Canada, maybe the most, I don't know. But yeah, I'm about, by car, I guess I could get to the border of Maine in 8 hours? So, both out in rural Canada. All right, so Daryl has 9 questions for us. 9 questions. And they're kind of cool questions, He took them from his other videos and things. So, neat idea, Daryl. So, for number 1, share song lyric that has a unique, unusual, or strange word in it. So I had to turn to Google for this. And I'm going with You're So Vain by Carly Simon. Yeah, Carly Simon, You're So Vain. She uses the word gravat. And I'll read it and tell me if you can guess what it means. You walk into the party like you were walking on a yacht. Your hat strategically dipped below your eye. Your scarf was apricot. You had one eye in the mirror and you watched yourself gravat. And all the girls dreamed that they'd be your partner. So gravat rhyming with yacht. And apparently that's why she put it in there. She needed a rhyme for yacht. Gravat is a 16th century French dance. So there you go. She also mentions Nova Scotia in this song. Flew your Learjet to Nova Scotia to watch the total eclipse of the sun or something like that. Little connection there. Gravat, there you go. Learning new vocabulary here, yeah? So go use that in a sentence this week, yeah? All right. Number 2, show a vinyl record pressing from your collection that is not from the country you live in. All right, so part of the reason I waited so long to do this is because I knew I had an international trip coming up. First international trip in 2 years for myself. I have a bit of wanderlust. I enjoy traveling abroad, so it was nice to go overseas. And so I was in Bogota, Colombia, and I got to go to this record shop. I couldn't go to the record shops I wanted to go to. I had some help from some other VC members, and they kind of recommended some shops in Bogota for me to go to, but just with my work hours, by the time I'd get there, it'd be closed. They closed at 6 p.m. kind of deal, and it just wasn't going to work out for me. And the one day I had free was Sunday, and they weren't open on Sunday. So anyway, I went to RPM Records in Zonete, kind of a party kind of district. But anyway, and I got 2 albums that I'll share with you. The first, I'll just show them really quickly. Bola Sete at the Montgomery Jazz Fest. So this is some Brazilian Latin jazz, I guess. It's not quite bossa nova, which is actually kind of what I was expecting, but it's not. And this was produced in Colombia. Yeah. And this is an interesting one here. This was also pressed in Colombia.
'Take out the album cover, get the record.
'Cause, 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 everything in that shop was so expensive. Oof. I wanted to get something. I wanted to walk. I didn't want to walk away empty-handed anyway. So these were the ones I could afford. So that one there, it's $50,000 for that. That's like, I don't know, $18 Canadian. And this was $30,000. So that'd be like $10 Canadian. So it's on the Reprise label. Let's go this way. And you're not going to be able to read that, but anyway, it's also pressed in Colombia. So this is Tony, Vic, and Manuel. Whoops, I just ripped the cover. A Go-Go. So this is kind of like, think like Beach Boys, Southern California, Sunset Strip, 1960, I want to say 4. Yeah, kind of cool group of music. Hollywood Nightlife was apparently a television show, and they were the host band on the television show. So they have songs on here like Go-Go Watusi. So imagine all the go-go dancers. Are there any go-go dancers on here? No. That's what I imagine anyway. That's what it sounds like. So Go-Go Watusi, a whole lot of shaking going on. My Babe, California Sun, La Cucaracha, Hollywood Nights, 319, La Ciénaga, La Bamba, Upu, Padu, and Slipping and Sliding. It's kind of cool stuff from that era. I enjoyed this. I enjoyed both of them actually, but so I thought I'd share those. Number 3. So he wants from like the neighboring province, state, territory where you live. So I'm going to go with so Nova Scotia. I guess my options are New Brunswick, which we share a land border with. Prince Edward Island, there's a sea between it, or a channel, a strait. There is a bridge now that goes between the two, or a ferry. Or a little further away is Newfoundland. That's the next province over. And I'm going to go with Newfoundland. And this is Newfoundland Drinking Songs with Ryan's Fancy. Just some real classic. This is all old Irish tunes. In fact, there's a note on the back from Feb 86, and the album's actually from the mid 70s, 73, 74. It says, have a good Kaylee with the hits of 1850s. Yeah, so you've got songs like The Night Pat Murphy Died, Nancy's Whiskey, Miss McLeod's Reel, lots of jigs and reels on here, The Northern Lights of Old Aberdeen, Rocky Road to Dublin, I'm a Rover, Ryan and the Pitsman, Finnegan's Wake, 21 Years, Road to the Isles, and Beggarman, Butcher Boy, Fare Thee Well, Kinnis Killen. There you are. So Newfoundland Drinking Songs with Ryan's Fancy. One of their earlier albums, I believe. All right, number 5. Oh, I don't have the album here. Gonna have to go get it. Hold on. So it's showing 80s album. I thought I had everything in front of me. 1 minute.
1 minute later.
Okay. When I think 80s, gotta go Footloose. Yeah, 80s album. This just screams 80s to me, right? Kevin Bacon, Footloose. Side 1 particularly of this album. I don't know, it's just great. Footloose, Let's Hear It for the Boy, Almost Paradise, and Holding Out for a Hero. What a great little set of 80s rockers that is. Yeah, so I could put that on and dance around my living room. In fact, with the children, we have done that many times. So great 80s album, classic. Number 6, discuss a struggle or challenge. Shipping. Again, living in rural Canada, I've got one record store in my town, like, what's that, 20 minutes, half an hour away. And so I shop a lot online. Amazon, you know, you can get some okay stuff with Amazon. They get free shipping a lot of the times. But anything else you're buying, you're going to need to ship in. And, you know, the Canadian dollar is pretty weak against the American dollar. So for buying anything south of the border, you know, and then getting it shipped in, no, it's almost not worth it. So shipping is going to be my struggle challenge. Number 7, a grail or a sought out album you'd like to get in 2025. So I've been on the lookout for this one since I started collecting vinyl back in 2020. It's been 4 years already. So I have it on CD here. It's Funky Kingston, Toots and the Maytals. I could buy a new copy off Amazon for like $50, plus shipping. But I've been waiting to find a used copy, and it just doesn't show up around here, and just haven't had any luck finding it. Right, so this might be the year I just break down and just say I'm gonna go ahead and buy it. So this actually has 2 Toots and the Maytals albums on one CD, but yeah, great album, a favorite I would say of mine. And I really want to have it on vinyl. I try not to duplicate what I already have on CD on vinyl unless it's something I really, 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 really want to have on vinyl. And so I do really want that. So that's 1. I skipped one. Number 4. Sorry, I skipped number 4. Show a musical item or paraphernalia in your collection. Shown these before. A series of zines, magazines, fan magazines with Led Zeppelin. It's called Boot Pressing. These are Japanese magazine that sort of documents all of their. There's Peter. What's Peter's name? I can't remember. Manager. Documents all of their bootlegs, boot pressing. And it's got little, just a catalog basically. I think it came out monthly for about 10 years or so. I had a few of these. I sold a few of them and kept sort of 5 for myself. These are the backs of them. So kind of a cool thing to have. I have been meaning to get them framed so I could put them on the wall. Some cool Zeppelin memorabilia. Different numbers. These are sort of some early ones. Number 39. I think the numbers go up to over 150 or so, 150 issues, maybe 250 issues, something like that. So these are early pressings, early issues, I should say. So it's all in Japanese. I can't read it, and it's all just, there is some articles and stuff like that, but it's mostly just a catalog of bootleg pressings where they're made and all that kind of stuff. And man, there is a lot of bootlegs listed in here. But I got them more for the picture. Yeah, I thought they'd make cool. They're nice, really nice black and white pictures on the cover of these. So there we go. All right, now we're on number 8. Show an album that people would be surprised that you own. I don't know if people would be surprised I own anything. My musical taste is all over the place. But anyway, I had to go back. I wanted to go back into my early catalog, so I got my little CD wallet out here, and here's one from 1990. I want to say 6, I think, when I looked it up. I don't have the case or anything. I just have this one. That is Space Jam. That was the animated or partly animated movie with Michael Jordan and Bugs Bunny's crew, and they're playing basketball and whatnot. So this is the soundtrack, music from and inspired by the motion picture. So some good tracks on here, man. There's you get like Seal Does Fly Like an Eagle, which is actually a remake of the Joker. Steve Miller Band. You got some R. Kelly tracks on here. I don't listen to R. Kelly anymore, but Salt and Pepper on here. You've got D'Angelo's on here. But the one that really stands out is Hit 'em High with Method Man, Busta Rhymes, and LL Cool J. That track just slams, man. I love it. So, Space Jam for my unusual track. And last, shout out a favorite non-VC related YouTube channel you like. Well, when I'm not watching VC videos, I'm usually like geeking out doing like school stuff or like discipline related stuff, right? The disciplines I teach, like biology and environment and that kind of thing. Or I'm watching the news. I watch a lot of my news on YouTube as well, or my late night talk shows and stuff. So, you know, I don't have a lot of really fun and entertaining things. So I'm going to shout out the channel Just Have a Think, which deals with kind of environment and energy related kind of stuff, right? So new technologies around energy and energy policies and that kind of stuff too. He's out of the UK somewhere. He's just really knowledgeable. He puts in a lot of work into his videos, and I quite like him. And I think they're easily digestible as well to anyone who's interested in the field of energy and the environment. Yeah, so just have a think. All right, that is it. I went much longer than I was anticipating. Check out Daryl's channel, Northern Vinyl Guy. Enjoy his opening theme song. He's going to go jump in a snowbank now. He's got a few people who are picking the CDs, but call me a sadist. I want to see that jump plunge into this cold, cold snow. Eh? All right, Daryl. Peace.